portrait watermark. This is the faint image of Benjamin Franklin that becomes visible when you hold the bill up to a light source, and it is one of the most recognizable built-in security features of the note. Unlike printed graphics, the watermark is embedded directly into the paper during the manufacturing process using variations in paper thickness, which creates lighter and darker areas that form the image. This means it cannot be added afterward without specialized industrial equipment. The portrait appears as a softer, more translucent version of the main printed Franklin, positioned slightly to the right, and it blends smoothly into the paper rather than sitting on top of it. One important detail is that the watermark is visible from both sides of the bill, maintaining consistent positioning and clarity regardless of the viewing angle. Counterfeit attempts often try to mimic this by printing a faint image, but these usually look flat, lack depth, and do not respond to light in the same natural way. The watermark also has subtle gradients and fine detail that are extremely difficult to reproduce accurately, especially with standard printing methods. This feature is designed to be easy for the public to check quickly while remaining highly resistant to forgery, making it a foundational element of currency security. Security thread. The security thread is a narrow strip embedded vertically within the paper of the bill, and it becomes clearly visible when the note is held up to a light source. This thread is inserted during the paper-making process, not printed afterward, which makes it structurally integrated into the bill. Along the thread, there is micro-printed text that reads USA 100, repeated continuously with precise spacing and alignment. One of its most important properties is its reaction under ultraviolet light, where it glows a bright pink color, providing a quick and reliable method for authentication in retail and banking environments. The exact color and brightness of this glow are carefully calibrated and difficult to imitate. Counterfeiters often attempt to replicate the thread by drawing a line or embedding a fake strip, but these versions typically fail under UV light or appear incorrectly positioned. Additionally, the genuine thread is perfectly straight and evenly embedded, while fake ones may appear crooked, uneven, or surface level. The combination of embedded placement, microprinting, and UV responsiveness makes the security thread a multi-layered defense feature that is both visible and technologically advanced. 3D Security Ribbon. The blue 3D security ribbon is one of the most advanced and visually dynamic features on the modern $100 bill, designed to be both eye-catching and extremely difficult to counterfeit. Unlike traditional printed elements, this ribbon is woven directly into the paper, giving it a slightly raised feel that you can detect by touch. Inside the ribbon are tiny images of bells and the number 100 arranged in a repeating pattern. What makes this feature unique is the way these images move when the bill is tilted. Instead of shifting together, the bells and numbers move in opposite directions, creating a striking three-dimensional effect. This illusion is produced using micro-lens technology, where thousands of microscopic lenses are layered over the images to control how light passes through them. The result is smooth, fluid motion that changes depending on the viewing angle. Replicating this requires highly specialized equipment and precise alignment at a microscopic level, which is far beyond the capabilities of typical counterfeit operations. Fake versions often attempt to print a blue strip with static images, but they lack the depth, motion, and tactile quality of the real ribbon. This feature represents a significant leap forward in currency security design. Color-shifting ink. Color-shifting ink is used on the large 100 in the bottom right corner of the front of the bill, and it provides a simple yet highly effective way to verify authenticity. When you tilt the bill, the number changes color from copper to green, creating a smooth and noticeable transition that is easy to observe without any tools. This effect is achieved using specialized pigments that reflect light differently depending on the angle, a technology that requires advanced materials and precise application methods. The transition is consistent and even across the entire number, with no patches or irregularities. Counterfeit attempts often use static colors or low-quality reflective inks, which may appear shiny but do not produce the same dynamic color change. In some cases, fake bills may show a slight shift, but it is usually uneven or limited compared to the genuine effect. The color shifting feature is particularly useful because it allows for quick verification in everyday situations, such as checking cash during a transaction. Its combination of visual clarity and technical complexity makes it a key element in preventing counterfeiting. Microprinting. Microprinting involves the use of extremely small text that is printed in various locations across the bill, often in areas that appear to be simple lines or decorative borders at first glance. These tiny inscriptions can be found around Benjamin Franklin's portrait, along the security thread, and within other design elements. To the naked eye, they may look like thin lines, but under magnification, they reveal clear and readable words such as USA 100. The level of precision required to produce this text is extremely high, as each letter must be sharply defined and consistently spaced. Standard printers and scanners are unable to replicate this level of detail, resulting in blurry or smudged text on counterfeit bills. Microprinting is also strategically placed in areas that are difficult to copy accurately, especially when the bill is scanned or photographed. This feature serves as a hidden layer of security that complements more visible elements, providing an additional checkpoint for those who take a closer look. Its effectiveness lies in the combination of subtlety and technical difficulty. Raised printing. Raised printing on the $100 bill is created using a technique called intaglio printing, which involves engraving the design into metal plates and then pressing ink into the paper under high pressure. This process produces a distinct texture that can be felt by running your fingers over certain parts of the bill, such as the portrait, lettering, and borders. The texture is slightly rough and elevated compared to the surrounding paper, making it easy to detect through touch alone. This is particularly useful for quick authentication without relying on visual inspection. The durability of this feature is also important, as genuine bills retain their textured feel even after extended circulation and handling. Counterfeit bills, which are typically produced using standard inkjet or laser printers, lack this tactile quality and feel smooth or flat. Even attempts to simulate the texture usually fail to match the consistency and precision of real intaglio printing. This combination of tactile feedback and technical complexity makes raised printing a reliable and accessible security feature. Fine line printing patterns. The background of the $100 bill is composed of extremely fine and intricate line patterns that form complex shapes, curves, and textures. These lines are created using advanced engraving techniques that allow for a high level of precision and consistency. The patterns are carefully designed to be symmetrical and evenly spaced, with no breaks or distortions. When viewed closely, the lines remain sharp and clearly defined, even at very small scales. This level of detail is difficult to reproduce using standard scanning and printing technology, which often results in blurred or distorted patterns on counterfeit bills. Additionally, these fine lines are designed to interfere with digital reproduction methods, creating visual artifacts such as moire patterns when scanned. This makes it even harder for counterfeiters to produce accurate copies. The patterns also serve an aesthetic purpose, enhancing the overall design of the bill while simultaneously acting as a security feature. Their effectiveness lies in the combination of visual complexity and technical precision. Federal Reserve Seal. The Federal Reserve Seal is a green emblem located on the front of the bill, representing the issuing bank within the Federal Reserve System. It contains a combination of letters, numbers, and detailed design elements that must correspond with other features on the bill, such as the serial number and district identifier. Each seal includes a letter that represents one of the 12 Federal Reserve districts, and this letter must match the prefix of the serial number. The design of the seal is highly detailed, with fine lines, precise shapes, and consistent proportions. Any deviation in these details can indicate a counterfeit. The color of the seal is also important, as it must match the specific shade used in genuine currency. Counterfeit bills often have seals that appear slightly off in color, alignment, or clarity. The seal serves as a link between multiple elements of the bill, creating a system of cross-verification that adds another layer of security. Its complexity and integration make it a crucial component of the overall design. Serial numbers. Each $100 bill features a unique serial number printed twice on the front, serving as an identifier for that specific note. These numbers follow a strict format that includes a combination of letters and digits indicating the series and the issuing Federal Reserve Bank. The font used for the serial numbers is consistent and carefully designed with uniform spacing, alignment, and thickness. Both serial numbers on the bill must match exactly, and any discrepancy is a clear sign of a counterfeit. The ink used is also distinctive, with a specific color and finish that integrates seamlessly with the rest of the design. Counterfeit bills often have irregularities such as mismatched numbers, uneven spacing, incorrect fonts, or smudged printing. In addition to helping detect fake currency, serial numbers are used for tracking and record-keeping purposes, allowing authorities to monitor the circulation of money and identify specific batches. This feature combines functionality with security, making it an essential part of the bill's design. Bell in the inkwell. Next to Benjamin Franklin's portrait, there is an image of a copper inkwell containing a small bell, which is another example of advanced color-shifting ink technology. When the bill is tilted, the bell changes color from copper to green, appearing and disappearing depending on the angle of the light. This effect symbolizes the Liberty Bell, representing freedom and independence, while also serving as a functional security feature. The transition between colors is smooth and consistent, with no abrupt changes or inconsistencies. Replicating this effect requires the same specialized pigments and precise application methods used in other color-shifting elements. Counterfeit bills often fail to reproduce this detail accurately, either omitting the effect entirely or producing a poor imitation that lacks the smooth transition. The bell is also integrated into the overall design in a subtle way, making it less obvious but still effective as a verification point. This combination of symbolism and technology adds both meaning and security to the bill. If you liked this video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment telling me what you'd like to see in the next video.